Take two, because I dropped my phone. Anyway, hi everybody! Ignore the band-aids, like I said in the first take. If you cannot tell, which you probably can just by looking at the state of my bed, I just got home from work. I think my last 2 days. I thought Saturday was my last day. Come in today from 10 to 4 to finish up inventory, which I didn't, and start packing up the store, which I think this is a dumb idea, and you guys can respond if any of you watch this video and say what you think. The boss, the guy who owned the store, said he was going to close down the store yesterday so we could just focus on packing. He changed his mind and decided that as long as we have merchandise out, he's going to keep the store open, which means the store was open today while we were doing inventory and while we were packing stuff up. That means all the costumes, everything was getting packed, and we had customers coming in looking for them. And then tomorrow, the store is supposedly going to be open. And he's already saying, like, over half the store is going to be packed up. And I'm like, what are people going to come by? So, store is still open. Tomorrow will be the final day for sure. I forgot my necklace again today. I'm kicking myself. Will be the final day for sure because everything's getting shipped out Wednesday. So, I'm going back in from 10 to 4. And what's this? How was your weekend? Other than the terrifyingly tragic and sad news from yesterday about that shooting at a church. I felt guilty because I didn't go to church yesterday. My mom and I are deciding. My mom wants to try the Methodist church, which is down the street. I still want to stay Lutheran because that's the faith I grew up with, and I've been to Methodist churches before, and I'm not really comfortable there, so I would rather stay Lutheran. But she wants to try the Methodist church, which she was not. Oh, look, there's a bee outside my window, and there's a bug in my room. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. But I did not go to church on Sunday, and I felt really guilty and sad about it. And then I heard the news, and I felt even more guilty and sad because those people were worshiping, and it's just sad. I mean, and this morning, turning on the news and hearing Trump say that it's a mental health issue, it's not a gun control issue. Well, the guy who was the shooter. Turns out he was a discharged veteran. I think he had dishonorable discharge. Because he had been put on a military trial for abusing, I think he was abusing his wife and child. And he had a military trial. He was sent to jail, released, and given a dishonorable discharge. However, okay, this is how gun control law works for those in America who aren't sure. If you have a violent offense, you are not, and you fail and that comes up in your background check, you cannot get a gun. Well, you can get a gun. It's like certain types of guns you can't get. But if you are a violent offender, you technically cannot get a gun. However, this is where gun control laws fail. If your violent offense took place while you were in the military and you were tried in a military court, that offense does not count towards your criminal record. So this guy has a criminal past. He was an abuser, but the thing is, because it happened while he was part of the military, it won't show up in his background check. So I'm going there, sitting there thinking the guy on the news agreed with me. How messed up is this? That you can be serving in the military, be put on trial be put on trial in the military, before a military trial and all that other stuff, because you did something violent. Because you abused someone, because you hurt someone, because you did this, because you did that. You can have a violent offense. Go to jail, serve time for that violent offense, be given a dishonorable discharge because of that offense, and not have it count on your record at all. Not have it show up as a felony, not have it show up as any sort of charge, which means he was able to go get a gun. Which he then used to go shoot up his in-laws' church. Which we don't know why he did it, but I'm sorry, okay? I am sick and tired, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sick and tired of these mass shootings happening. We just had Vegas. We just had a shooting at a Walmart in Colorado. We have a shooting at a church. And yet Trump and all the other people in the NRA and stuff are saying, it's not a gun control problem. It's a mental health problem. Mental health is part of the issue. But we have perfectly sane people who are going out and are able to get these guns. It's just, like they're doubting that the guy who shot Vegas had any mental health issues. They think he was losing all his money. So it's like, seriously? So, I am sorry, I did not mean to get political. It's just gun control is one of the very, very few things I have a very, very strong opinion about. And so So seeing this happening again and then hearing the guy who did the crime had a violent record, but it's not going to show up in his background check simply because he committed this violent offense while he was part of the military, so it was all taken care of then. That just makes me really upset that this guy can then commit that violent offense and go get a gun. When somebody who's not in the military can theoretically commit a violent offense and not get a gun. Even more stupid, somebody pointed out that if you're on the no-fly list, you can still get a gun. It's like, if you're on the no-fly list, that means the government thinks you're dangerous. Why are you not able to fly, but you can get a gun? So, gun control law in America is scary, it's complex, it's stupid, and then, of course, what I find most ironic is Trump is over in Asia right now on a trip. Japan and South Korea and some of these other Asian countries have some of the strictest weapon laws in the world. I think in Japan it's actually illegal to own a private gun. I'm not saying we need to go that far, but we should look to put, and even Australia, the country that was used as a penal colony for Great Britain, has stricter gun control laws than the U.S. Australia, where most of it is still frontier and farming, they have stricter gun controls than here. So why is it America is the only country where violent gun crime or any sort of violent crime with a weapon can happen? And we either don't fix the laws or we change them to make it easier for you to get a weapon. That is what has me frustrated. And I'm just one voice, and I know I can't make a difference because I don't have a platform. So, what are you going to do? So, done with the depressing stuff, but my thoughts and prayers are with the people of that church, of that very small community. I mean, it's really just like, I'm tired. I want our government to fix this, and they need to fix it. And they need to stop being in the NRA's pocket. Okay? So, just fix, but... so shifting from that to good news. Good news is, yesterday was my first Sunday of Christmas crafting, and I did it. I did succeed in my Christmas crafting. I had to go back and redo my pillowcases because my mom told me to do them a certain way, and I misheard her, and I did it a different way than what she had thought I was going to do. And so when I made the pillowcases were actually up to my chest. I'm not kidding. I showed them to my brother, the first one, when I finished it, and he could almost fit his body pillow in it. So I had to go and redo my pillowcases and cut off like 3 or 4 inches from the bottom because they were so long. But the end result is still nice. They're still pretty. Here's my Victorian one. You guys will see them better when I decorate my room. So here's one of them. And it's so pretty. And since I had so much fabric, I'm like, what's something fun to do? Oh, when I made my Star Wars stuff, my Star Wars mini pillows over there on my chair, I took some of the extra fabric and I made hair ribbons. So this is what I took. This is my hair ribbon. And before you think it's an overly involved process, it's not. Basically, what I do to make hair ribbons out of scraps of fabric, they will fray, they will add, but all I do is I take the strips of fabric, I cut them into thinner strips, so this is about the length of my thumb, and then I take and I cut a V shape in the bottom, and then I just tie them around my hair. And that's how I make a hair ribbon out of fabric. They do fray, they do get all nasty and gnarly looking, but you can always trim off the extra threads. My Star Wars ones have lasted me a while, and I really like wearing them. And then I have another piece of fabric over here, I think. Right here. Right here that I can tie around my head like a bandana. So that's the great thing about, that was the great thing about having all this extra fabric. Is since my hair is growing, I'm not going to get it cut again until next April or May. I now have all this extra fabric to turn into hair ribbons and bandanas and stuff. So that's what makes it nice. And I was doing that while I was watching the premiere of Miss Christmas. I was working on my 2 Victorian hair bows. I'm going to do the other 2, the ones with the striped fabric, this Saturday while I'm watching. What is on this Saturday? I think it's A Sweetest Christmas. Okay, I gotta check the movie previews. I have a list, so yeah, this Saturday is The Sweetest Christmas. So I'm gonna work on the next hair ribbons this Saturday, and I tweeted out that I was working on Christmas hair ribbons for my hair while watching Miss Christmas on Countdown to Christmas. I got a crazy ton of likes and retweets. I had one woman say she was so jealous of me, and I said they're super easy to make. So if she wants to, she can. I will give her happily share how I make fabric ribbons. I mean, there's no sewing involved. I have actually tried sewing them. It does not work because I don't want to use the sewing machine. So I tried embroidery. It doesn't really work. So I might actually look into getting fabric glue or something. That might work. But yeah, and Christmas is everywhere. Disney has put out their Christmas decorations. They just started the Season's Greeting production show at Hollywood Studios, which is awesome. It's exciting. I'm excited. And I went out and did some Christmas shopping today. And you're like, huh? Okay, here's the story. I have one pair of gloves. Don't ask me. I used to have 2 pair of gloves, but I think I threw out the pair I got from Claire's. But I had another pair of gloves that I got from Barnes & Noble, which are black with a Stormtrooper helmet on them, and they're the Sensi Touch gloves where you are able to do your phone and stuff. I got those from Barnes & Noble. I absolutely love them. I've been wearing them everywhere. I wore them yesterday. I took them with me yesterday because we went to the library. I think I left them in my mom's van, which means this morning when it's barely 40 degrees out and I'm walking to work, I need gloves. I don't have any. So my hands are freezing, so I'm like, okay, I got to go to the store. I need to get another pair of gloves because I can't just have one pair of gloves. So all the adult women's gloves are like $9, $15. I'm like, I'm not paying that much for a pair of women's gloves. I go to the girls section. You're like, why do you go to the girls section? This is why. My hands are wide, but they're actually not that big. So I am actually able to wear girls' gloves. In fact, in the past, when I have gotten women's gloves or teen girls' gloves, they have actually been too big. In fact, my Stormtrooper gloves are too big for me, and they're adult. So I go and I get the girls' gloves, which is one reason I had that pair from Claire's, is because they fit me. They were still a little too big, but they fit me. So I usually go and get girls' gloves. Plus, the girls' gloves are so cute, especially for me, a Star Wars fan, because I went and I found these at Target for $5. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's got R2, and they still have the, I think most gloves have it these days, the special, I think the fabric's thinner, so you're able to use your phone and stuff. So I actually tested them on the way home. I called my brother, so I got these. They're small. They're a little tight around my wrist, but they don't cut off my circulation, and they work great. So they are awesome. And then I went and looked at Christmas stuff because it's Christmas. So first thing I grabbed was, my mom started doing this a few years ago so that she didn't have to write my brother and I's names on all the presents. She would get different wrapping paper. Like, she would use one wrapping paper for my brother and the other paper for me. I think last year I had Star Wars. I think this year I'll have Star Wars again. So, I started to do that because my mom does it, so I decided I need to get wrapping paper. I'm going to see what I have left for my mom and my dad, because with my mom and my dad I do really classic wrapping paper with like the trees and the Santas and stuff, but for my brother I try to do something fun, and last year I tried to do this really classic fun thing, and he's not into it. So this year I'm like, I will get him wrapping paper that he knows he likes. Ta-da! My brother likes Guardians of the Galaxy, so I got him Guardians of the Galaxy wrapping paper. It has Groot, Rocket, and Baby Groot. So this is my brother's wrap paper I'm going to wrap his presents in, and I know what I'm getting him. I'm not telling him because he might. I'm not telling because he might watch this and figure it out. But this is what I'm using to wrap my brother's present in. So I still have to find wrapping paper for my mom and my dad, but like I said, I think I have some left from last year. So so I'm going to go see what I have left from last year and then use that. And then, because I couldn't just get wrapping paper, I had to look for Star Wars stuff because my tree has no Star Wars. And my plan is to go to Bronner's and get a couple, maybe 2, 3, 4 Star Wars ornaments. No, I'm thinking 3, but they have a BB-8 cookie jar I would die to own. They did a tour of their license section. It is awesome. They have like Doctor Who stuff and everything. But I want to get a little Star Wars, and the thing is it can't be too like out there. Like, that's the problem with Star Wars. I love my tree because it's so eclectic and unique, but it does have like this overall traditional kind of almost Victorian feel. So I really like everything, my decorations and stuff, to kind of fit in with that more traditional Christmas feel, and that's the problem with Star Wars. Like at Walmart, they had these really cool Star Wars ornaments, but they weren't like the traditional pretty glass ornaments. Like the one Star Wars ornament I want, I like very much because it's silver glass and it's the Star Wars logo and it has different themes on each side. One side is Rebel and the other side is Imperial. I like that because it still looks, it's Star Wars, but it still looks very traditional and pretty. So that's my problem. But at Target, they have these really cute little kind of old-fashioned style embroidered stockings, and I got a mini one. I got R2 on my gloves. I had to get a BB-8 stocking. So this is, I don't know if I'm going to put this in my tree or what I'm going to do, but this is going somewhere in my room this year. And it is so cute, it might stay up all year. But I got a BB-8 stocking, and then I wanted to get something for my mom. And my brother too if he wants it. But it's mostly for my mom because she's worried about not being able to do Christmas this year, about not getting us to Bronner's and stuff because it's been a hard, tight year. So I wanted to cheer her up. My mom, this is where I get my love of cute plush things from. My brother likes cute plush things too. We get it from our mom. Like, I am not kidding. I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but when I ordered Wicket and Chewbacca from Build-A-Bear, she was there to open it because I opened them when I got home from work. She saw Wicket and took them from me. And then I opened Chewbacca. She took one look at Chewbacca and tried to steal Chewbacca. She handed me Wicket and took Chewbacca and threatened to take him. Luckily, she has not succeeded. But my mom absolutely loves my Wicket and Chewbacca. And she also has, I have a Snowbee right here. My mom has a Snowbee too that she was going to give to a little boy, and she hasn't, so he just sits out in the living room. So this is why I still have a lot of stuffed animals, is because my mom was actually the one who gave me my monkey, whom I call Sparks. So this is my monkey that my mom gave me. This is something my mom gave me. This is Little Bub. My mom ordered it, and it was for her, and she ended up giving it to me. So also that's from my mom too. So my mom loves cute, soft plush things. So that's where I get my love from. And knowing that, I couldn't help it. We live in Michigan, and one of my mom and my brother's favorite birds are owls. And they had these. They're little plaid owls, which I thought my mom would enjoy because of the flannel plaid, because of the Scottish and our heritage. And it's really cute and soft, and I just thought it would make her day a little bit brighter when she comes home to see an owl sitting on her laptop. So this is going to be on her laptop when she gets home. So that was my pre-Christmas shopping. I'm also excited because Saturday, okay, you guys know I suck at editing videos. Well, I didn't used to be too bad because I used to have Windows Movie Maker, but then they got rid of it, which made me really upset. So I had to go get some other version, and I don't like using it because it takes, because I convert it and then I go to put it on YouTube, and like a half-hour video takes almost an hour and 30 minutes, or a 1-hour video takes almost 2 hours. And that just drives me nuts, especially when I'm trying to do something else. I don't have that time to waste, especially when I'm posting late at night. I don't have time to waste on waiting for an hour for a video to load. That's why I liked Windows Movie Maker. It took a long time to convert the file to a YouTube format, but once it was converted, it didn't honestly actually take that long. It takes like maybe almost an hour. But once it was done, it uploads to YouTube like no time at all. It took like maybe 25 minutes last night for the video 25 minutes the other day for the video I posted to upload. It takes a little bit longer to edit, but I like that option. I like being able to edit stuff now because now I can do like cool different fade-ins or fade-outs for the pictures I post. I can do a title card, which I'm thinking about doing for this vlog. So I can be a little more interesting in my videos. I might play around to see if I can do video within a video so I can start doing that for my reactions. But, so it's just a lot more fun and easy. And luckily I went online the other night because I had a video that I filmed and it was sideways and I needed to rotate it, which I couldn't do in the software I had. So I'm keeping the software I got because it's easier to trim the videos. But I had to go and find this other software to rotate it. The software I had saved online, the online site, it wouldn't do it because it was too big. And so I had to go find something else, and luckily I found Windows Movie Maker for free download, and so I am so happy to say I have Windows Movie Maker again on my computer. It makes me so happy. It's so easy to use. It's so amazing. It's so wonderful. It might take a little longer to do edits and stuff, but it is so worth it because now my videos will look so much better than I think they did with the other free software. So I'm so happy I have Windows Movie Maker again. It's not entirely professional, but I'm so happy I have it because that's what I was using. So anyway, I'm going to get going because I'm exhausted and tonight is Rebels, so I want to get food, watch the Bingham's video. The Bingham's videos this week are going to be awesome. They hit 1,000 subscribers, so they decided to take their kids on a 7-day trip to California. So they left Friday, they got there Saturday, and the best part is today is Brex is their youngest son's birthday. I think it's his 5th or 6th birthday. I think it's his 5th. So for his 5th birthday, they're going to be in Disneyland all day today. And yesterday they went to they had birthday dinner at downtown Disney at Rand Forest Cafe. So that's the video they post today. Today is Disneyland. They're going to Disney California Adventure. They're going to Universal Studios. They're going to Universal Studios, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. They also rented a house. So they're going to stay in a house for a few days. The best part is his daughter from his first marriage is going to be there with him for the full trip, so that's going to be awesome. So I can't wait to see these videos. So I'm going to get going. I am sending you lots of love, hugs, and prayers, especially to those affected by the shooting. So everybody just stay safe, stay sane, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.